Hey y'all, I'm your host, Phoebe Warstler. This week we're going to be hearing from Peyton and Natalie Fox. Welcome back to our channel. On this week's episode, we're going to be doing 2 children's books read alouds. These books can be incorporated into your classroom in so many different ways, and you'll also hear about our favorite parts of the book. So first, our very own Peyton is reading If You Give a Moose a Muffin by Lauren Numeroff.
Hi, my name is Peyton Dismukes, and I'll be reading If You Give a Moose a Muffin. It's by Lauren Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bott. If you give a moose a muffin, he wants some jam to go with it, so you bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. When they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. You'll have to go to the store and get some muffin mix. He'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask you to borrow a sweater. When he puts his sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. So he'll ask for some old socks. He'll make sock puppets. When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paints. Then he'll ask you to help make the scenery. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out, so he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" I'll scare him so much he'll knock over the paints. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Seeing the blackberries will remind her of the jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him the jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it.
So my favorite part of the book was the illustrations because there are so many bright colors and extravagant themes going on throughout the entire book. The moose goes from jam and a muffin to making sock puppets. It's very animated and children always love it when animals do things that we do as well. This book could even be used in the curriculum as an art project where students get to color in and decorate their own moose to bring some of their own personal characteristics into the story as well. So let's hear what Peyton thinks.
So my favorite part of this book is how the beginning it's talking about the jam and then all these events happen and it relates back to wanting a jam and a muffin to go with for the moose. So that's my favorite part of the book, and I like that there are many books like this, like If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. But I think it's just a really good picture book for like young students. It's very illustrated as they have all the foods in the fridge. Really like it. You should read it sometime.
Thanks, Peyton. That was great. We always love hearing from our teachers. Our next book is Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner, read by Natalie Fox. This book is so great for the winter season and getting students really excited about all the snow.
The book I read is Over and Under the Snow by Kate Messner. Over the snow I glide, into woods frosted fresh and white. Over the snow a flash of fur, a red squirrel disappears down a crack. Where did he go? Under the snow, Dad says. Under the snow is a whole secret kingdom, where the smallest forest animals stay safe and warm. You're skiing over them now. Over the snow I glide, past beech trees rattling leftover leaves and strong, silent pines that stretch to the sky. On a high branch, a great horned owl keeps watch. Under the snow, a tiny shrew dodges columns of ice. It follows a cool tunnel along the moss, out of sight. Look, Dad says. Tracks. Tracks always tell a story. Over the snow, a deer has crossed our path. Deep hoof prints punch through the crust, up the hill, under a tree. An oval of melted snow tells the story of a good night's sleep. Under the snow, deer mice doze. They cuddle up against the cold in a nest of feathers and fur. Over the snow I climb, digging in my edges so I don't slide back down. Under the snow, voles scratch through slippery tunnels, searching for morsels from summer feasts. Over the snow I swoosh, down, down, faster, faster, down, faster, faster. Whoops! Under the snow, a snowshoe hare watches from a shelter of spruce. Almost invisible, she smooths her fur, a coat of winter white. Over the snow I glide, past reeds where tadpoles play tag in springtime. Under the snow, fat bullfrogs snooze. They dream of sun-warm days back when they had tails. Over the snow I stand and stare, little mountains in the marsh. Under the snow, beavers gnaw on aspen bark, settled in for supper. Can they hear my tummy rumbling too? Over the snow, stop, a sound. We stand like statues carved in ice till a bushy-tailed fox steps from a thicket, tips his ear to the ground, listens, listens, listens still, and leaps out onto the snow after an invisible dinner. His paws scratch away to find the mouse he heard, scritch, scritch, scratching along underneath, under the snow. Over the snow I glide, a full moon lights my path to supper. Under the snow a chipmunk wakes for a meal. Bedroom, kitchen, hallway, his house under my feet. Over the snow I climb one last hill. Bonfire smoke rises, warm hands, hot cocoa, hot dogs sizzling on pointed sticks. Under the snow a black bear snores, still full of October blueberries and trout. Over the snow, the fire crackles and sparks shoot up to the stars. I lick sticky marshmallow from my lips and lean back with heavy eyes. Shadows dance in the flames. Under the snow, a queen bumblebee drowses away December all alone. She'll rule a new colony in the spring. Over the snow, I glide home on tired legs. Clouds whisper down feathery, soft flakes. Under the covers, I snuggle deep and drift into dreams of cuddling deer mice and slumbering frogs, hungry beavers and tunneling voles, drowsy bears and busy squirrels, and the secret kingdom under the snow.
Thanks for reading, Natalie. My favorite part of the book was how the author incorporated the words over and under into the text and uses the theme of nature throughout the whole book. Kate Messner uses animals, food, and the scenery to explain the transition and characteristics of winter. The descriptive adjectives that she uses captures the students' attentions and gives them a fantastic description of what winter looks like, feels like, smells like, and even tastes like. Natalie, what do you think?
I really liked this book because it tells a lot about nature and what's going on under the snow that you don't see, and they do it in a way that children can understand because the child is with his father throughout the entire book, and they are skiing together, obviously, and he's asking him all kinds of questions, and it's really an easy way to explain different animals to children. And also in the back, it shows you a lot of facts about the animals that you meet in the story. So it tells us about the red squirrels, shrews, white-tailed deer. So I feel like this could really be related to a lot of topics and a lot of different subjects in classrooms.
Well, that was great. I love hearing y'all's thoughts. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in again next week for 2 more read-alouds. Don't forget to like and subscribe.